Good morning, Peter. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Live from the beautiful streets of New York.
I wanted to talk to you about this. You say this whole thing, this battle, political battle that's going on over immigration and refugees, illegal immigration, legal immigration. You say it has the political part of this is resulting in something that's really pretty bad.
Yeah, no, it's a real mess. Part of it goes back to the fact that Governor Cuomo and Mayor de Blasio consider New York City a sanctuary city. So in other words, if you get here, you're safe. Presumably you're not going to be bothered in any way. For a long time, the Mexican consulate in New York City has issued a card which is absolutely meaningless, means absolutely nothing, but indicates that this person is a citizen of, and it's very vague, Mexico, the United States. It's sort of like an identity card. And latching on to that, they said if you're coming in and get the card, it also will entitle you to go into museums for nothing. I mean, it was absolutely an insane idea.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself at the time, what illegal would go and sign up for that card giving his address? What are you, out of your mind?
Yeah, now you're and you say these people are fleeing their homes because they're worried about the ICE coming in.
Because now we have a situation where they're cracking down and they know where these people live.
Yeah.
Which was I don't think they were snookered. I don't think that was the original intention. It wasn't like, well, let's get together and trap them. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is there's now a list of most of the illegal aliens that are in New York City. So I'm now finding that people are staying in the subway overnight because they don't want to go back to their homes, which is just, absolutely boggles the mind. Yeah, we know they broke the law, and we know they shouldn't be here, but they shouldn't also be sleeping on a concrete floor in a subway station. So it's a terrible mess, and of course, if you try to talk to any New York City official, it's, oh, no, don't worry about it. We're keeping the addresses secret, and we're not turning them over to ICE, which is a real bunch of baloney.
And Peter, where are you? I mean, you're somebody who's lived in New York your whole life. You know the city. There are plenty of illegal immigrants that are in New York City. I would assume you, like the rest of us, are all for legal immigration coming into the country the proper way. But you're stuck with this situation where there are many people who aren't legal, and they've been living in the United States and in New York City for a long time. What's your take on it all?
Well, the take on it is that we, meaning the U.S., created this problem by being so lax in the beginning, and now we got a mess. And so you have millions of people here who shouldn't be here. What do? Pack them into trains and send them back to Mexico?
Right.
I mean, that's what they're trying to do. They're packing them into buses and sending them back to Mexico. And by the way, it's not just Mexico. The Irish people also have a problem, and a lot of other nationalities.
Yeah.
No, they screwed it up, and now they have to sort it out in some way. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do it, but the human misery that's going on is getting worse and worse and worse. And let there be no mistake, whether you like what Trump is doing or not, it is perfectly legal. It clearly says, I've done research, any of your listeners can do research, he has the power to throw everybody out.
I got to tell you,
I want him to do it.
Yeah.
But he can do it.
If he comes back with another executive order that's done and it's written properly and legally, that probably would not be able to be blocked by a court order.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and you have to put aside your own thoughts about it. My thought about it is, and most reasonable people, is we're in this mess, and somehow we have to sort it out.
Yeah.
And, it really annoyed the heck out of me the other day. I happen to take the subway. Yes, I do ride the subway, and it's where I got the picture that's on my website. And I get off the train, 42nd Street, Times Square, probably the major subway stop in the world, and I'm finding all these people laying all over the place.
Yeah.
And while upstairs everybody's in restaurants and movies, Broadway shows, it's just a terrible, terrible indictment of New York. And I really do. I blame Governor Cuomo and I blame de Blasio with the sanctuary city idea.
Yeah. All right, Peter. Interesting perspective from New York, which is really the great melting pot right there. So, of all places, it's not something you want to see happening there.
Okay.
All right. Gabby.com, by the way, Peter Franklin. And Peter, we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.